All right, guys, we got video number 9. We're going to talk about cutoffs. So a little chalk talk. We're going to talk about cutoffs. So here we go. So we have a lot of situations that could happen, different runner situations, but we'll just talk about where the cutoff's going to go. For starters, our most basic cutoff is going to be to second base. So when we have a ball hit to left field, so the ball is going to make a little dashed line for that ball hit to left field right here. There's the ball right there, hit the left field. Now, the cutoff is going to do, the second baseman is going to go cover second base. They're going towards the ball anyways. They are covering second base right there. Okay, so they're covering second base. Third baseman is going to cover third base just in case the ball bounces around, they miss the ball, be ready for a cut to changes to third base. Shortstop has to make sure they're looking both ways. They're looking at the left fielder, they're looking at second base. Left fielder, second base, they're putting themselves in between somewhere. So probably about right out there a little ways. In between the left fielder and second base. You got to kind of find where that distance is at. Also, very important to know your teammates. How strong of an arm does your teammate have? If they have a little bit weaker arm, we got to go out there farther and get them. Get that ball out there a little farther. If they have a strong arm, you can back up a little farther. They may be able to make it all the way to second base at times. So really knowing your teammates is very important. So now left fielder gets the ball right there. Shortstop is halfway in between, hands up in the air like we talked about in the practice before. And then as the ball is getting closer, we want to catch a glove side and shuffle right towards that base and make a nice strong throw. Right about shoulder, between chest and waist somewhere. Make a nice tag from there. All right, so if the ball goes to center field, pretty much the same thing. So the ball goes to center field, center field. Shortstop is still going to have that. If it's right to center field, shortstop's still going to go out there halfway. Second baseman's going to cover that. And then same situation with center field. So the ball is going center field, shortstop covered it. If it goes anywhere to the right of that, anywhere to right field, or anywhere over here, that's going to be the second base. So second baseman will now shift towards that direction. Okay, so the ball goes to right field somewhere or to the right of the center fielder. Okay, now we're going to have the second baseman go out the cutoff, wherever that ball's at. So the ball's right here. Second baseman's going to go halfway between. Shortstop's going to go to second base because they're going towards the ball anyways. Third base will cover their base. Put the pitcher back there. And then we'll have the cutoff, hands in the air. We're going to make sure second bases really get those hands way up in the air. Make sure that they're lining themselves up. They're looking to the right fielder, looking to second, lining up directly in between. And once again, remember to know your teammates. Does that right fielder have a strong arm? Well, if they do, you can back up a little farther. If they're a little weaker, you got to go out and get them. So that's cuts to second base. And no, some of your teams may do some of these cutoffs a little bit different, but for right now, this is how we're going to do these cutoffs. So, all right, now we're going to talk about if we're cutting off to third base. So if the cutoff goes to third base, let's start with left field. Who do you think gets that ball? Who's going to cut that off? Well, shortstop is going to go get that one. They're the closest person. They're going to go halfway between, hands in the air, catch it glove side, and shuffle towards third base and make a nice throw. Third base obviously going to cover. Second base is going to cover that. We want to be careful there. If they don't make the third base, we want to be able to go back to second base, so second baseman has to be there as well. A note for this, make sure outfielder's not getting the ball. Center fielder should be going to the ball. Right fielder should be moving over here just in case the ball does go to second base and they're backing up the throw to second base. So the center fielder is still going to the ball, help back up the left fielder. Right fielder rolls the other direction to back up any throws that go to second base, and they're ready to be a good teammate too. Okay. Now center field, very similar, very similar. Everybody's going to still roll to the ball. Okay. So the ball goes to center field. Shortstop is still going to shift a little bit to the side. Make sure they're looking left and right. Make sure they're lined up between center field and the third base. Third base is going to cover. Second baseman is going to come to second base. And then left fielder is going to probably be going towards that ball to help the center fielder out. And then obviously right fielder is going to be running the ball too. Now, if the left fielder knows it can't get to the ball, It's only center field and right field kind of collapsing. They can come over and back this play up as well. So if they know they're not going to get that ball and it's more to the right side, it's more over this way, they're going to roll this way to back up the play to third base. They're going to run all the way over here, as well as the pitchers should be backing up third base in just in case it's missed too. Pitchers' biggest responsibility on cutoffs is to back up every single base. Okay, so let me erase that real quick. We'll do the next one, the right field. Who do you suppose is going to back up, or who's going to be the cutoff for right field? Think about who that's going to be while I'm erasing this. Who's the cutoff to right field? So, ball hit the right field. Somewhere over here. Right fielder goes in the ball. Center field is going to try to back him up. Left fielder is going to roll out right away to back up third base. Okay, now that shortstop's going to roll towards the ball, go to second base. Now the second baseman's going to find that equal distance between the right fielder and third base, probably going to be closer to the right fielder in this situation because it's kind of a long throw here. So we want to cut that off, find the equal distance between that, right between the third base and the right fielder to line that up. We're going to third base. Second baseman, hands in the air, catch it glove side, shuffle towards third, make a nice strong throw. Pitcher's also going to roll out here and back that up. So left field and pitcher are both going to roll out and back that play up. Third baseman's going to cover just in case they get to go past farther than third base. Or excuse me, second baseman's going to roll to second base just in case they don't make the third base. Okay? All right. And then our last one's going to be, we're going to go home. So we're going to be at home. So I do this one maybe a little bit different than some other people, and that's okay. Other teams can run it how they want to, so your summer teams may run it a little different than me. But ball at the left field. A lot of people want to say they want third base doing this. I want the third base to cover third base. I want third base to cover third base. And the shortstop's going to hustle over here and be the cutoff right here. Shortstop's going to be cut off. Well, I want one of the best athletes to be cutting it all off for one reason, but I also want someone to cover third base. What if he can't make it all the way home? Well, nobody's covering third base, and that's a long run for the shortstop to get to third base. So I'm having the shortstop cut that off. Once again, the shortstop has to get here halfway between home and the left fielder. So line it up. We're looking left and right. Line yourself up and make sure we're halfway in between. Or if you know your teammates real well, you may have to go out and get the ball a little farther and make a longer throw. That happens. So that shortstop is going to be the cutoff on the left side. Also, a ball at the center field. Second baseman's going to cover second. Shortstop's going to be the cutoff for center field and left field. And then to the right field, I have the first baseman doing the cutoff because they really have no responsibilities here. So shortstop's going to roll here. First baseman's going to line up where the ball's at. Line up for the cutoff. They're doing the cutoff. So first baseman's going to do the cutoff to home on the right side. So if it's right side of center field or right field, then the first baseman's going to cut that off. Second baseman can kind of retreat and get out of the way, or they can trail back behind here for the cutoff to help out the first baseman. Most likely there's not going to be a play at first base, but the shortstop may still get a redirection of the ball to second base if they can't get the runner at home. Third baseman's going to stay home just in case the ball ends up coming there, or that person at home can't make it all the way to home. They have to come back that way. All right, so those are our cutoffs. So take a look back through if you have to review those. We had cuts to second, we had cuts to third, and we had cuts to home. So they're all going to be a little bit different. All right, thanks, guys. We'll see you in the last wrap-up video here with the secret sign video. That'll be on GroupMe as well as a wrap-up video. All right, talk to you guys soon.